We will never forget Save More Kids. To lay the foundation to the future, we are establishing Panta Pride. Never again should our people suffer because there's no good roads. Never again should our people go hungry because there's no food in the country. We will not blame government for what government cannot do right now. We will buttress government where government needs buttressing. We will rewrite the story that we want to see written for tomorrow. We will never forget Save More Kids. And I want to give a special thanks to a special gentleman who is the chairman for my organization. His name is Al Fazola. And all of my board who is going to work hard in order for us to not only generate the type of funding we need, but will work hard in order for us to keep our promise to our donors.
The communities of this country are our richest asset. Those who feel that Liberians are just sitting and waiting forever for him, it stops now. Rise up, empower communities, and let communities take responsibility for their development. There's 32 communities in Panta. They raised almost $20,000 for their own road. We are a country that imports over 90% of our food. Panta is producing its own rice and bagging it here in Panta. Panta land, Panta people, Panta men and women working the ground together in partnership. Panta's pride is Liberia's pride.
The harvest is actually happening right now. And all the planting that took place has come to being full now, so we can harvest rice. God's green earth in a place called Panta. And if you can think about one artifact that represents the symbol of Panta, you're standing on it. This is an amazing mountain in Gamu where our imagination has gone wild. And for the architect that is sitting there dreaming about how to build a dream city in a bush or a villa that comes out of a mountain that has never been done before, this is where they come and practice their craft. So we're standing right here after we have laid some of the demarcation of what could be here. We've left it open for so many other people to come in and participate in their creativity of how to create something out of God's green earth to be able to attract the rest of the world to a place that many people don't know about. This is a haven that's hidden in Panta. And out of this same haven, some of the most freshest water in the world comes from this mountain. And some of the most amazing organic food grows in our valleys. And so we have all of this culture and people and spirit-filled individuals that are willing to welcome people.
So when you look out here, you're seeing the town of Garmu, and you're seeing hundreds and thousands of acres of primarily untouched land that has the greatest rainfall in the world, the richest soil, and yet imports 90% of its rice from overseas. We should be exporting 90% of our rice, feeding ourselves, feeding our neighbors, and then bringing those profits back to develop one of God's most beautiful places on earth. Just look at the town of Garmu, which will be the center of this. What Ronald Reagan called the city, the shining city on the hill, will be here. And it will be able to take the water runoff from here, flood land, irrigate rice, plant peppers, rubber trees, cassava, palm trees,
sweet potatoes,
citrus, and then the donors, our donors, will come here stay in a villa on the mountain, eat the best rice in the world, the freshest fish, the vegetables, pineapples.
The pineapple.
The pineapples. the mangoes.
That's right.
The plantains. Trust me, Liberian food is a thing to behold.
Yes.
And this is all ready because we have leadership, we have lions, we have people behind us that are ready to work and ready to build the roads to take the goods from Guinea, run them right through Panta to the markets in Monrovia. What is your dream when you look out here 10 years from now?
My gosh, I see it's almost like the beginning of the Industrial Revolution for America. That excitement that took place when artists was practicing their craft. These people have not had a chance to practice anything. And they're ready, they're like ripe apples, ready to be picked. So I see a big dome church right here, and I see these villas in the mountain, but I also see the water system that is running off the mountain in the valley, and I see hundreds of acres of rice and vegetable farm all the way out there. That's all you see is farming going as far as the eye can see.
Could we flood enough to build fish farms inside of the rice?
Absolutely. That's the best part. You can flood enough to actually grow the fish in a rice field to allow the rice to be fertilized by the fish.
So the feces of the fish
Yes.
fertilize the rice, and the rice in turn feeds the fish.
This is a circular economy we're trying to build here. Everything depends on everything in the environment to grow effectively, and we just need innovators and innovation to be able to make that happen. So this is a living laboratory where those who are passionate about life, those who feel like there's one last thing I can do to be known for this thing, we want to hear from you. We want you to come here, and we want you to look at what we have, and we want you to be open-minded, because you'll miss surprises that's going to enlighten your imagination.
What happens when innovation and passion meet opportunity?
The average Liberian eats more than 400 pounds of rice per year. However, domestic rice production only meets about 30% of this demand, with the rest imported. This means that Liberians spend a significant amount of money on imported rice. In 2021, Liberia imported over 200,000 metric tons of rice worth almost $200 million. In 2022, Liberia's food insecurity was a major concern when high fuel prices caused a severe rice shortage. The Panta Pride Foundation was there to purchase and distribute rice in Liberia. What started as an emergency response opened our eyes to a tremendous opportunity. An opportunity to corner the local agriculture sector. An opportunity for Liberians, by Liberians, with support from Liberians and Friends of Liberia. Now is the time for disruption. We have several factors in our favor. A large and growing market, as both the Liberian population and the demand for rice increase rapidly. Liberia has a favorable climate and soil conditions, ideal for rice cultivation. And, given the concerns about food insecurity, the Liberian government has implemented several policies to promote domestic rice production. We have already established business relationships to bring all crops to local markets and export in the region. We have laid the foundation to not just secure Liberia's food supply through local co-op farms, but in doing so, we can establish a sustainable agriculture-based middle class in Liberia. We understand the long-standing concerns that have crippled business innovation in Liberia. We have an innovative, first-of-its-kind 10-year plan to address these concerns. Liberia's infrastructure is underdeveloped, making transporting and storing rice and other crops difficult. We have built a 19-mile road to the Guinea border, making trade much easier. The next phase is to build a bridge over the St. John River into Guinea. We will also build 2 storage depots on each end of Unity Road. We will have electric vehicles to transport goods between the depots. To address the high cost of inputs such as fertilizer and seeds, we have established a living laboratory where we combine innovation with local context and expertise. This ensures we maximize local resources and focus on what works best. Our living lab has already provided a solution that allows us to capture water for rice during the rainy season for use during the drought of the dry season. This plan is already in action, as the local communities of the Panta region are buying locally grown rice from our rice bank. We call this farm to table. The next step is farm to market, as we expand and reach the most underserved parts of the country and export.
Africa's got a huge challenge. They've got more mouths to feed, they've got a changing climate. I think they can actually improve in the face of those challenges by using innovation. That includes better seeds, financing so they can buy the right fertilizer, information so they can make the right choices. So it's a race, but I do think it's winnable.
We're excited about this ambitious journey, but we cannot do it alone. We need everyone who wants to see a better Liberia to join us.
Together, we can develop Liberia. Together, we will make a difference.